Me I look it down here and tell that. I think what we have to start now is prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. We're gonna have to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers and see how best we can rectify these things. The Reggae Boyz have got proved me really wrong, but really and truly, I can't see us beating Panama. All right, so Leon Bailey turned up again for another 45 minutes of football, but fortunately, it was enough to take us over the line.
Brown, the ball across. There's Bailey.
Andre Blake. We can consider ourselves lucky because Andre Blake turned into Spider-Man for the entirety of the second half.
There, got 8 added minutes.
So welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Thoroughly appreciate it, people. Tough one, really tough one. Before we do anything, you know, it's very important that we get the like up. For this video, probably what I try to hit the like target of 400. Me normally go for 200. Me I try to double it, you know. You know, maybe a lot of persons now go like it. Especially performance, why a lot of persons not even go tune in. But for those who tune in, if 1,000 persons tuned in, I would appreciate it if at least 400 of those persons hit the like button. It's free. It's free. You don't have to do no work at all. All it is, use a finger, touch the button. That's all. Nothing more. Nothing more. Nothing more enough to do. It's just as simple as that. Anyways, this is the review, or should I say the reaction. Jamaica 2, Guadeloupe 1. And for me personally, you know what? I have some bad news for you guys, but probably it can be bad news and it can be just me overreacting. Anyways, let's jump straight into the review of the game. The first thing I want to touch on is the starting lineup. That's the first bit of detail I want to touch on. Now, let me tell you something, people. I am not worried about the coach and his team selection and what he wants from his team. So the team kind of play like a 4-1-4-1 type system where we had Andre Blake in goal. The 4 in the back line was Bell, Pinnock, Richard King, and Lembi Kisa. The one in the middle of the park was Latibodier. The other 4 in line would have been Gray on the left, Bailey on the right, and in the number 10 position, slightly inside the 2 half spaces, is on the left side doing Busy Atkinson, on the right side, John Russell, and Rona Brown leading the line. Now, from the starting lineup, something popping in my head, and I'm telling you, people, I tell you from now, Coach McLaren, you are in some serious trouble. And this in itself is going to cause some problem. Now, when we do the review, still people, I will be doing the review. Some wanted us to listen. Stick to your guns. I'm not going nowhere yet. Stick to your gun. Anyways, let's get to the meat of the matter where that is concerned. So let's start off the game. First thing first, the Reggae Boyz made it very clear their intent that we will be putting this Guadeloupe team on the back foot as early as possible. Game started off, first attempt on goal was from Leon Bailey. In the first minute of the game, Leon Bailey hit the shot on goal, and a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. And that was the first intent of what we're here to do. We're here to win, but also score a lot of goals. Now, the game kind of without, and we try to move the ball around, try to create more opportunities. 1 and 2 moments into the game, not anything significant until down into the 18th minute of the game. Andre Blake just almost probably got his first Gold Cup assist by hitting a long ball down the pitch. I don't think it was quite deliberate, but Leon Bailey picked up the approach and the opportunity, breakaway, and there was just this one moment that he could have gotten out the shot, but he took probably an extra touch. And hit I think the defender did really well to close on the margin, and he hit the shot on goal and it hit the bar, and that from that moment, you can realize that, hey, Liam Bailey is up for this game. This is a game that Liam Bailey looks really, really up for. And as the game continues, moments still popping the ball around, trying to get something out of the game, trying to make something happen. We saw in the 23rd minute, Liam Bailey, with another opportunity from range, picked up the ball and he recognized that the goalkeeper was out of his goal and he hit one from range. And I'm telling you, that probably could have been one of the longest goal a Reggae Boy would have scored for us. And it would have been brilliant. It would have been really, really good. Unfortunately, it didn't score. Hit the bar. Second time hitting the bar in 23 minutes from Liam Bailey. And just in the context of how the game go, he could have scored like 2 goals already, probably 3 already, just in the start of the game. And you could recognize that he's up for it and the goal was coming. Now, despite all of those attempts we had in the game, Guadeloupe on the back foot. Guadeloupe found their goal against the run of play. And it was a silly goal to concede by the Reggae Boyz on all front. We were technically sleeping. The Reggae Boyz were sleeping. The defense were sleeping. I think we were just caught off guard. Players technically I tried to get back in a position, but Guadeloupe seek the opportunity. They seized the opportunity to take the ball quick, take the corner quick, find the ball in the 18-yard box as fast as possible. Pinnock, Norlo couldn't do anything about that. And it was a brilliant finish from the Guadeloupe, from Ambrose. And that kind of set the tempo. That kind of set the tempo for the Guadeloupe team. And that in itself gave them a little bit of confidence to now push on going forward. Now, 9 minutes later, we found the equalizer. A brilliant pass from Busy, who has been really, really quiet in the game, was in and out of the game. Maybe this was just his big moment of the game. Finding Rona Brown, who was working really hard the entire game, inside of the 18-yard box. Rona Brown took the ball down, hold the ball quite nicely, and pass it on to the path incoming Liam Bailey run inside the 18-yard box. And I do think that was a brilliant finish actually by Liam Bailey. Goalkeeper couldn't even move. But Guadeloupe, they are very, very poor defensively, especially picking up midfield runners or players who are arriving in the box quite late. If I'm the coach of the Guadeloupe team, I'll be very, very frustrated with the fullback recognizing the quality of a player like Liam Bailey and just leave him unmarked to approach 18-yard box like that unmarked and that not even put up a challenge. But equalizer, we found the equalizer in the 48th minute, and definitely the Reggae Boyz now gaining back some level of confidence that, you know what, despite we went a goal down, we can find back the goal. The 45+3, Demarai Gray find himself out wide in the left hand side and picking up the ball, getting past the fullback, well, kind of cut inside still, and with the ball to the back post. And it was John Russell who has been now scoring quite a lot of those poachers type of goal, arriving late at the back post and heading the ball in. And we have seen this now on a more consistent basis from John Russell, and I think that this is now something that he has unlocked into his footballing characters. And halftime finish, we're looking good, we're a bit more confident, but something happened at halftime. The coach had to make a change. He pulled Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray said he was according to the coach, he was feeling a little bit of niggle. Pull Demarai Gray, and let me tell you, from when he crossed the ball, you can see that Demarai Gray kind of hold on to in lower hamstring area, and from there you kind of say, maybe that's where him pick up something. And it came off at halftime. Cephas came on, and also another substitution was made. Kara Anderson came on as well for Dwayne Atkinson. I was kind of worried because I said, we need to score goals, but you bring on Kara Atkinson more of a central midfielder, more like a defensive central midfielder, and you pull on the attacking midfielder, even though I thought that Busy was maybe too non-existent in the game. It didn't really have much impact on the game. He did make 1 and 2 flicks and tricks and some stuff, but it was not that impactful on the game in aspect, and maybe was just a little bit too out of the game sometimes. But I think that would have been a big opportunity for McLaren to maybe add on another extra attacker. Probably he saw what was going to come in the second half. We started to look disjointed. Now, because of the starting lineup, we weren't able to really grow into the start the game as fast as possible. A few more changes, a little bit of system change for that one. Then now in the second half start again with the substitution, the team now have to readjust again to try see if they can adjust to the new system and the players that the coach had on so sharp and early, because the moment when he make the changes, the team can adjust gravitate to the gel to the all the chemistry just a build them just a kind of gel in the game. Then they make the changes again, and then now the team now has to try readjust in chemistry and also trying to gel again to see if they can facilitate new players who came on and the new system. But because of that, we started to look woeful. I mean, we look horrible. Remember now, so Liam Bailey had a total of 4 shots. He was the most prolific or outstanding player for the entirety of the first half. All the players on the pitch. He had 4 shots the entire game. All those 4 shots came into the first half. So that for sure how limited we were in the second half. We're very, very limited in the second half based off of just trying to get back into the game. Liam Bailey started getting less of the ball, which I think he should have started getting more ball, because he might find him, put him in a fine form. Then now the midfield lose the balance. So there was so much issues to highlight in the second half. And because of that, the Guadeloupe team grew in confidence. They realized that we were in shambles. Total shambles. Just as bad. We're not so much shambles. Steve McLaren in a one chair up here, so, one next chair over there, so, then in the on the bench, then one next chair over there, so, a next chair over there, so. At one point at the watch party, I could have sworn Mr. Steve McLaren comes to look right beside me. And I said, what? Where are you, sir? That's where you are, sir. Boss saying wants to game at a different angle. You know, from a fan's perspective. My angly thing. Try, angle on the thing, and, yeah. But unfortunately, boy, I may tell you, unfortunately, at least he never fling my glasses this time around. But in the second half, it was now Guadeloupe versus Andre Blake. That's what it became, the second half became. Because they started to pepper us. Remember, the entire game, we only have 7 shots. The whole game, the people we only have 7 shots. And I don't tell you, so Liam Bailey had 4 in the first half. So the second half, we only had 3. We only had 3 the entire second half. And one of that was Cephas, kick the ball straight to the goalkeeper. When something on when name Mikel Antonio open part, Cephas pass the ball. Well, if it is score, people are saying, yeah, rare. But the laugh averages show say percentile wise, the pass would have been a higher percentage of the goal scoring. And it'd be nice if Mikel Antonio coming back find himself with a goal as well. That would be really, really nice. So decision making in the final third, you have to go fix that. Have to fix. But in the same sense, it all became Andre Blake versus the Guadeloupe attackers, and we were being peppered. They move the ball around us very easy. They move the ball from defense to the final third very, very smoothly. Not even an interruption, and it caused us some problem. And I think that second half, if we don't know, see the second half, they're afraid. Say, why this don't look good? We're not trouble. We're not trouble. All right, so Andre Blake technically saved us for the whole game, and definitely. It's not a good look. It's not a good look if Andre Blake was saved. So Andre Blake win the second half, Liam Bailey win the first half. So Jamaica win the first half and Guadeloupe won the second half, even though they actually didn't score. Guadeloupe in the game with a total of 16 shots. We had 7. We had 4 on target. They had 5 on target. We created 3 big chances. They created 2. Serious trouble. Panama now get them chances and take it away. Remember, Guadeloupe eventually equalized, And I'm telling you the honest truth, Guadeloupe probably feel cheated. Them probably feel cheated based off of that. Because that shub on, I think it was Bellman, I remember who. But that shub was actually nothing serious, It was really nothing serious. They called for offside first. When VAR check it, there's no offside. But technically, them have to, Jamaica, big name in this thing, So, big name have to go through, I think already. Anyways, I think already. Money, man. Money, big name equal big money. So, have to make Jamaica good. So, let's say you are gone. Let's call it foul there. Even it did shove him. Honestly, it did shove him. But in the defensive third, especially 18-yard box, a shove like that, most of the time, they don't really make reference to it. Can't really, and the truth is, Bell not even try to justify himself right there and challenge for the ball. So we were very, very, very fortunate That moment would have been the last hope for a Gold Cup campaign. The last hope. Just that one specific moment. Just the moment. And it's sad. It's really, really sad that it had to boil down to this. And sometimes I say go still. But it's very, very sad, people. I mean, I tell you, say, it don't look good. I don't even know if you explain it, man. I really don't know if you explain it. But we're lucky. Thanks, Andre Blake. Thanks for the first half, Leon Bailey. Thanks, Andre Blake, for the second half. Because if not for them saves there, done. That people. We not beat Panama. May I look down here and tell them that. I think what we have to start now is prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. We're going to have to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers and see how best we can rectify these things. The Reggae Boyz have got proved me really wrong. But really and truly, I can't see us beating Panama. It's all going to take a miracle. And we're going to need a miracle. But I feel like at this day, the ground. A lot of people like say, boy, Reggae Boyz play better versus stronger team and play worse versus poorer team. But that's not factual. What the evidence for that there? Anytime we play strong teams are at our level are better than we. 90% of the time we lose. So what the evidence to prove that? Yeah, we beat Panama last game. Yeah, fine. That time in the Nation Cup. And we win third place. Technically, them never play for nothing again either. We just play for third. Two teams that play for third place. Nothing to play for. But this time, they play for a qualifying role. Now, many persons might also say that Panama probably rest some of them players them. But is that so? Because they can't take that chance. Because in the event they lose to Jamaica, rest them vital players and lose to Jamaica, lose out probably bad as well. That might be problematic for them. Because if Guadeloupe beat if Guatemala beat Guadeloupe badly, goal difference out at Guatemala, way ahead of Panama, and Panama go finish second in the group, which means say that if they lose, which means probably even that too, if we beat Panama, then goal difference will go drop as well, which means we probably advance ahead of Panama. So Panama not gonna rest now, but they might take this game just as serious as them take all the other games them. Because that's the nature right now. All teams likely potentially, Guatemala, Jamaica, Panama likely to end on 6 points. But the problem here is goal difference. So why you think Panama are gonna rest them players them to buck up them, put themselves in that kind of dilemma? No, they won't. They now do that. They must secure them. They must secure them 9 points to go through and top the group, so that they can play the stronger teams in the next group. So basically, they can almost book themselves a quarter-final spot. So logically, no, they're not going to play in a weaker team. It don't make no sense. Makes no sense doing that. Because if they play a weaker team, there's a strong chance of finishing second and also not make it or finishing third. Makes no sense. Go out or go home. But unfortunately, people, I don't know what I'm going for. We just have a pack with things. Good campaign. No, that's not a good campaign. Bad campaign. One of the worst campaigns I've had in much years. 16 years or something. I don't know. But one of the worst campaigns. Big up on yourself, people. Smash that button, hit subscribe button. MG Sports TV. Out. God bless. World Cup qualifiers again, September. Outside. Girls of what? Oh, we never know. God bless. Boom. Outside. Girls of what? Outside.